Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Movie Review. I am Praise Olabi, aka Praise Cleve, and with me today in the studio I have Easy Abiodun Orelua for me. So today, what are we here to do? What are we here to review?
We're here to talk about games.
Games 3.
Season 3. So yes, if you know...
won't you clap? We used to clap.
Sorry.
That's how we do it. So Games Season 3 was written and was created and directed by Pastor Victor Olukoju, PVO, and it's currently showing on his channel, PVO, yes. Victor Olukoju, PVO. So, talking about games, what stood out for you?
A lot. Okay, so first, I want to start with, if you've not watched Season 1 and Season 2, just pause it.
Pause it right there.
Pause this video. Go back. Go to the YouTube
before
channel
we just mentioned. Make sure you subscribe.
Victor, yes.
Before
subscribe,
you
like, comment. Thank you. But pause it. Go
very important.
Victor Olukoju PVO YouTube channel and watch Season 1 and Season 2. You know, everything has been compressed already into one video to make it easy for you. What more can we do?
Free of charge, you.
Watch this movie, right? It's not just going to... It's beyond entertainment, right? It's going to edify you, and God is going to speak to you through it, right? Yeah. So what stood out for me? I will start with the scene of the confrontation between Chief Jacobs and Wura.
For me.
He's a chief. You have to respect him now. He's not more a doctor. He's not an ordinary man.
He's a chief.
So yeah, the confrontation, right? The lines, the
kudos to the script writer.
Yes, kudos to the script writer. Like the way it was like, you don't know me, I'm not the person you used to know. And then she was like, I'm also a changed person. Like, if you think you're hot, I'm hotter.
Back to back.
I'm also so that kind of a thing. And it just showed the essence of consciousness, right? Either in the positive or in the negative, either in the spiritual or in the demonic, either in the Christian rather or in the demonic, right? It is very important to be conscious of who you are, your identity in Christ. He was conscious of his identity in Valite.
Yes.
But Wura was conscious of her identity in Christ.
Yeah.
And that's why also, if you check the last season, Wura was also praying with her friends, because in the last season, like the Season 3 was just like a shift, right? In the previous season, she was timid, she was fearful, she was the type of person she saw a letter from Dr. Jacobs and she started crying. And that's the essence, another essence of prayerful friends. Your friends are not praying with you. What are your friends doing with you and for you? Because, right, they were the ones that prayed for her. They were the ones that made her realize who she really was, that she was the apple of God's eye, and so nothing can harm her.
Yes.
So it was with that consciousness that her spirit, like, they said it, she heard it, she prayed it, so it entered her spirit. Enter inside.
So that particular thing is speaks a lot. Talking about the technicalities in the scene. So there is this drawing at the back. At some point, at first, when I heard that voice, that Chief Jacobs voice, I thought that particular,
it was the drawing
that was speaking. Because the scene depicts the spirit realm, not the physical.
Not the physical, yeah.
And it depicts the spirit realm. And you know, gospel film back in the days, we used to have, or normally spirit realm, you have this tree and you see cloud, all those kind of things. But they give us this normal feel, but still, like, we still enjoy that. We still feel it that this is not physical. It's just in the spirit realm. And to buttress what she said, you know, what Wura was saying there in that scene, it was not Wura that was actually saying it.
It was a spirit, man.
So she fed the spirit with edible things, edifying contents. She didn't. She strengthened the inner man. She starved this body and then strengthened the inner man. So she took a prayer life seriously. Everything, work with God and all those kind of things very seriously. So because you notice that there are some things, some people, will just give them something to eat in their dream. So, but for you to be able to confront that attack, that means there is something inside of you.
You have,
they are building the inner man.
Yes.
You might see some people might be skinny, normal physical and physically, but their inner man is very, like my sister here, so she's very
I knew it was coming from me, but it's fine.
So your inner person is strong and powerful, but you physically, they might be looking at
and
you like very
that leads to being conscious every day, because it's a daily effort. It's not just something that suddenly happens. It comes with daily efforts, choosing to feed your spirit instead of your flesh.
Yes.
Your flesh will not want prayer. The flesh does not want what the spirit wants. Even Apostle Paul said
to starve this.
You have to starve. Starving flesh does not mean that you should not eat too.
I'm not saying that wisdom is profitable to direct. Eat. So moving on, talking about the makeup and the camera movement, color grading.
The makeup was good and the color grading.
Let's clap for the editors and the cinematographers, everybody that worked on game sets. Kudos to you.
No, it was
way
really
back.
awesome.
You know Christian films, you know gospel films. You just know that the quality. Let's just shoot it like that.
Let's listen to the message.
It's the message that is very important. But now we have professional in the field.
Right.
We have look at this set design. The art director, they were intentional.
Real nice. No.
Look at the frame, the wall frames, and the drawings, the contrast, the costumiers. Yeah, so
let's listen.
So everything works together to give us a good picture. Now we can say gospel film. We are getting there. Yeah. Yes, we can say that now.
Can say that.
So what other thing do you want to talk about?
Okay, the Alerison. Oh, the Alerison. So please, I say it again. If you have not watched season 2,
go and watch it. No.
You're not going to understand what we're about to talk about now. So yeah, the Alerison, right? Yeah. So I think we should hear from our brother first.
No, sister, ladies first. Ladies first.
Wow.
Ladies first too.
Wow. Okay. So this Alerison where she's calling brother
Chukwudi.
She's seeing brother Chukwudi in another person that is. But really, that really stood out for me, because in my mind, I'm like, what is really going through this lady's mind?
There's a saying that you don't value what you have until you lose it.
Exactly.
She lost Bro Chukwudi already, so she's not knowing the value of Bro
In my mind, I was even like, okay, fine. Because I before the scene, right, she was actually feeling guilty, and then she was apologizing to God and all that. So I feel, okay, probably she felt guilty about it. But then, what if you kneel down for a brother? No, all of her.
Wait, there are different angles to this thing.
Okay.
The first one is she might be feeling guilty for what she did in the past.
Yes, like, and this soldier.
Bro, Chukwudi really, he has gone through a lot because of Sister Aleri. But one thing I will say is, I can't blame Aleri for kneeling down.
Okay.
She actually saw Bro Chukwudi in Bro Sheon. Not brother in Sheon, because Sheon is not a brother. So she actually saw Bro Chukwudi because she occupied her mind, like the thoughts in her mind, that moment, that space, that time. It was Bro Chukwudi. I've done this. I've done that. It even
became obvious that she was not able to study anymore.
Yeah. So, and then I realized something. I think about some weeks back, I was opportune to be with some people that went for prison outreach.
Yeah.
And I saw destinies behind bars, behind the walls, behind that big wall. So, and I was traumatized. Because what I saw there, this is just somewhere someone is supposed to be. And throughout that week, everything that was coming to my feed, it controlled my actions, my emotions, everything. I was even sick for a few hours because it controlled my everything. So what you feed your eyes with, what you feed like what you see and what you hear determines how you act.
Actually, because
this it looks like womb. What you hear is what you conceive, and it's what you give birth to. So
preach, brother.
It's God. So it's just like she filled her heart with a lot of things about Chukwudi. So you notice that when you're thinking about someone, if another person pass, that face of that person will be on that person. So you'll be looking. So it's natural. It's
So
natural.
because of what she had fed her mind on.
Yes. So guard your heart. Like, know the kind of content
guard
you
your
feed your
heart.
eyes with. Because even if you say, no, I'm very strong, this thing cannot affect me. Just look at it. When you are less busy, no, it's not come that particular moment, or you wave it, it's not come. So it's not allow you to sit down, settle down. Then you know that time that your brain will start calculating, we start bringing back summary of, we used to
Your
do
day.
summary of your day. That's when you know that you're in trouble. So and number 2 is that Bro Chukwudi, the will of God is not a person, it's a position.
It's a position.
Brothers, Bro Chukwudi, please come closer. In as much as I want to propose to that sister, please be romantic. Everything is just spirituality. Be romantic. Be romantic. We all saw because they show us the dream that Bro Chukwudi was.
Yes.
The scene, the dream, like, it talks about, okay, maybe this is the will of God for your life. You can interpret it to that. But there are ways to doing these things.
I feel the case of Bro Chukwudi was more of obsession, right? His case was more of obsession. Yes, God has said this is the will of God for you. Then he now carry it on his head. And then it's just like something that I watched a video that Mommy PFO was talking into singles. And then she was like, this person saw that the guy is the will of God for her. And then she carried it on her head. And then this guy married. She still say they have carried a will of God and go and
will of God is a position, not a
right.
Men. They see
people can change. Like, God can change people if He wants to change.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the will of God is just Bro Chukwudi just went on to disturb Sister Larry. Like, some brothers
literally stalking her.
Some brothers, and this thing is common to. That's why most of our Christian sisters, they don't marry brother from the garden, from the flock. What should I?
I don't understand. It's not from the flock.
They don't marry they don't marry from our gathering. They go outside, like out of the circle to marry. It's because those people out there, they know how to do these things. You've seen the vision that this person is the will of God for my life. Instead of you've prayed about it, you are convinced. No, you are convinced that this person is the will of God. But you have to move, you have to be romantic. No, I must not be teaching you everything. As a brother, you can join the media department. I must have to snap a picture, edit it, and send it via WhatsApp. So just they want to feel wanted. Like this gender wants to feel wanted. They, in as much as they are fire branded, they also need love.
Everybody needs love.
They are emotional now. They are emotional. So sometimes they need someone to open up to
I
talk
feel
to.
like if he approached Aleri in a better light.
Yes. I even believe that maybe both of them will have been married by now.
Exactly.
Maybe both of them.
Cotton.
Maybe. Because you just meet this person. Yeah, you are the will of God for my life. And who are you commanding?
And then
who are you commanding?
She said no. And I believe
she might be going through a lot of things.
Yes, she was going through a lot of things.
Financially, and then emotionally, her friend, mentally, even academically. She might be going through a lot of things. That is even an opportunity for you to grab her attention. Don't say I'm the one that is giving you this code. I'm just saying it. That's an opportunity for you. Because as at that time, she'll be emotional.
Yeah.
Talk to her. Are you good? Are you fine? Are you fine? Be friends. Not that you just go and meet this person.
You are the will of God for my life.
You are the will of God for my life. Excuse me, bring that pride down. When it comes to romantic stuff, you don't need pride. You need to be gentle. Sit down and study this person.
Truly care about the person, right?
Yes, they want to be loved. They want to feel wanted. So, but even if God later convinced her that this is the will of God, she might say no. Yes, now marry your spec. She might be like, he's not even my spec, he's just shouting at me. So for what? That's a turn off for some people. So just be careful. Brothers. Wisdom is profitable to direct. Bro Chukwudi, if you are watching this now, wisdom is profitable to direct. Yeah. So, and the other thing that stood out for me was that two friends. We all have those people around us. Those two friends, like after the
supposed Bro Chukwudi.
After the Bro Chukwudi,
is the way he actually said, like when he turned and then she was like, oh sorry, and then he was like, oh yeah.
I was like,
that's
we all have those kind of people around us.
Yeah, right.
That combination.
Yes.
Those two people, I didn't see acting there. I was like, these people are for real. Maybe they are friends before or anything.
Actually,
yeah.
like the gel was so natural.
It was so natural.
The gel was
and then
so
the
natural.
other one was like, Tom, make I see you. Tom, make I see you. So what's that for you again? Apart from.
Okay, I'll say the scene Pastor Femi Lazarus was talking about, where he was talking about Leviticus 6, and that just stood out for me because I don't know, but to me personally, that's Leviticus 6 has been coming several times, keeping the altar burning. As a Christian, you are a priest, you're a king, you're a priest, so it is your responsibility to maintain the fire that God gives to you. God gives the fire, but it is your work to maintain that fire by fellowshipping with God in the day and in the night, right? And even during the day, right? Like, you can always talk to God. God is that friend, right? So that was one thing that stood out for me, and yeah, that stood out. And then the incorporation of pastors and apostles into the drama ministry. I'm like, wow.
You know that's in it's not. We are both preaching the gospel.
Yes, actually.
We are ministering. That's why I said that's why we say.
We do beyond.
What we do is beyond entertainment.
Yeah.
So we don't act. So we act, but we don't perform. We minister. Yeah. Though we entertain. So, but in the process of entertaining, we still minister. So we minister.
My God. It's flowing.
So we minister. we minister.
Yes.
Now, the way you minister is how different from it determines. You can minister in different ways. As a pastor now, if you're saying give your life to Christ, do this, okay, you're talking about marriage, and then there is a film that talks about marriage. It's minister to soul, you minister to soul. So I'm just saying joining force together makes the job more easier.
Yeah, and sweeter.
Having Apostle Femi Lazarus on set, it was more of reality, not acting.
Yeah, like
you can see that it wasn't acting.
It
wasn't acting. It was just like, okay, just preach to us, sir, on this particular topic. Okay, blah blah blah, and then after a long period of like cut, even I'm sure the editor will enjoy that scene because no mistake, it's just like flowing. Something he does regularly. Yes, and that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
that's how it's supposed to be. You see some people, they will be like, this particular person. Maybe na thief self for real life because all the things they do for film na thief. So this person is a pastor. Let them flow, and it's just Pastor Lawrence Oyotu acted in Abattoir. And
like I was about to even talk about that.
The ways that we preach the gospel is just different,
but the purpose is one.
The clergy family is like every Sunday thing. Sunday is very important, but for drama ministers, the call time might be on Sunday. You have to be on set. So most of the time you might not be in church on Sunday, but we still have pastors among us. We still preach the gospel. So that's just it. It's more of it's not acting. It's just more of reality. More of just I'm sitting. I'm just expressing myself. I'm facing the church. And it was really nice, very very nice. I remember. So let's just watch out for other episodes that are coming. So what's that for you?
And if you've not watched, I don't know why I keep saying it. Brother if
James,
you have not watched season 1 or season 2, you cannot join us and be waiting for the other episodes. It's not pourable.
Say it's not pourable. If you feel easy, and I will have written down that English so that we can go and search for the meaning. So moving on, no work of art is perfect. Yes, you still see something that you feel like, well, this thing is supposed to be done this way, this thing is supposed to be done this way. So what do you think you can say to that? Like,
okay, I would say that
not talking about games, the past episode, like this game season 3. Yes. What can you say? Okay, this scene is supposed to be done like this, okay, if you are to be the director of the film, how well can
that's a big shoe. Hey, no, don't do that. I can't really. Why you asking me this question? I don't like this. You are the one to answer.
No, I asked you ladies first. I'll answer ladies first.
At this point, I claim my identity in Christ. I am a son.
No,
I am a son. So
Sharp.
yeah,
Sharp.
you
Sharp,
first.
Sharp. No, the film is it's a whole lot of things. Why did I ask this question? No, you can't be pushing it back to me.
You wanted to put me on the spot?
No,
No way.
You can't be pushing it to me now.
Okay.
So let's talk about another thing. So you were talking about something before.
Okay, so it's just Pastor Jesse.
Okay.
That was another character that stood out for me.
Oh.
And the transformation from Jesse boy to Jesse to Pastor Jesse, and that's number one, shows that there is nobody God cannot heal.
Yeah.
Right? There's nobody God cannot transform. There's a post I saw recently, and it said Rebecca the prostitute, and now Rebecca in the genealogy of Jesus Christ. There is nobody that God cannot change their story, right? So I mean, everyone's seen Pastor Jesse in previous seasons. They wouldn't I think it's in season 2 he was introduced, so they wouldn't even know that so this man of God, be a bad boy before. So like no one was going to suspect that, right? So
all things have passed away.
Exactly, it's a new creature.
So this is me telling you that if I'm owing you money or if I'm owing anything, that was when I was in the world. So now I'm a new creature in Christ.
It speaks
all
for
things have passed away.
Yeah.
Behold, everything have become new. I'm now a new creature. Thank you very much.
Jesus has paid it all.
I mean, my daddy has paid it. So if you need anything, just go and report me to him that I was owing you that time. So and then you can collect it from him. And I'm sure he got my papa rich now. So
yeah. But yeah, actually. And then another thing that Pastor Jesse's character, one thing that stood out for me was the fact that everybody has potentials, right? Everybody has the ability to influence. So this is just for those who look down on themselves, for those who have inferiority complex, who feel, they're not up to it, they're not enough, they don't have enough, they are not like those people. Comparing yourself to others is so wrong. Like, don't compare yourself with another person. Why? You are unique. The person too is unique. Like, you are two different people, right? God wouldn't want the same person 2 times. So you are unique, the other person too is unique. So this is just buttressing inferiority complex, right? So Dr. Jacobs had I said Dr. Jacobs, sorry. Pastor Jesse has the ability to influence people now. As a pastor, he's influencing his church members. And even when he was in the world as Jess boy, he had a great potential to influence a whole Chief Jacobs. Do you know what exploits Chief Jacobs is doing in the negative?
Do you know that this speaks a lot? Because this speaks to something that the more you are useful to the devil, you're supposed to be useful to God like that. But the devil has seen the script before you, so he turned you upside down to be useful to him. You see something like that?
It just reminds me of this movie, the one I love, Toy, right? Just like the character P. Daniel acted as a pastor's son.
Yes.
And it's just so beautiful how you talking about scripts. The scripts God would have written about such a pastor's son. I mean, a pastor that has given his all to God. The script God has written about him will be something so great. Probably something even so great as P. Daniel in reality now.
Yeah.
But then this character just does not follow the scripts, right? And then becomes what he became in the movie.
You have to be very careful because those people that you are seeing as the biggest criminal, all those people doing bad things now, if they are in the Christendom, that's how they are supposed to be known too. They're supposed to be a great vessel. That's why you see all these kind of people. The devil cannot come after someone that doesn't have anointing. Value. If you don't have value, the devil cannot come after you. So devil coming after you means you have something inside of you.
Exactly. They don't steal what is useless.
I mean, wait I won't use that, but there is something there.
There's something so valuable in it. And it's just like Apostle Paul. He was the big time persecutor.
You have to, and if you are seeing this now, and if you are seeing this now and you feel like you really need to turn back, this is the right time, because the more atrocity you cause in the kingdom of the darkness, like the more atrocity you cause to the kingdom of light from the kingdom of darkness, that's how people persecute you too, because you are if God still wants to use you, he will still call you. There's nothing you want to do, and you go suffer. Paul suffered now. You go suffer. You go so it's better you come home on time. Yeah, on time.
And so that your past is not also used against you. Just the way Jess boy
so it's used against you.
Exactly.
Yeah, so what character, which of those characters you say, okay, this is my best character, or the most character you love most?
Difficult to choose, but I would say the main character, right? Look, there are plenty of main characters, but Wura.
This
right?
is games now, so we have a lot of things. This is games,
right? So
do you even think that? Have you ever thought, okay, what was in the mind of the director or the script writer when writing this script to name it games? Because the table turns from, if you are watching a football, I'm not saying football, if you are watching games, like you are watching and you are playing any games, the table can turn at any time.
Actually,
the first moment I know that this film is games for it was season 1, episode 1.
Okay.
After the last scene, I was like, wow, this is games for it. Because this one is not the father, this is the father, this one is like this. Everything was all like, this is games.
We're like, okay.
This is games.
Okay.
No, this is games.
Yes.
So, you know, the table can turn at any time. So, we have a lot of characters. We have a lot of major characters.
But I would say, and I feel like this season 3 is going to bring a whole lot more.
Yes. We have new characters.
Like, there are new characters, actually.
We saw it in the trailer. We have new characters. People that we and then more of the darkness stuff.
Yeah.
Because in the season 1, we had this Dr. Jacobs being the villain and all that. But now we've seen different, like say this person don't go recruit new people and, you know,
join forces.
Yes, and it's now like, is heavy, stronger and all that. So.
And that's one thing that I like about the, you know, end credits. That the fact that they made it, they used a chant instead of just the normal. So when I heard chant, I was like, oh,
yes, that part,
nice.
And the background sound,
the
sound score, give it to the post-production team.
They deserve it.
I used to see the upload on Facebook. I think Bro David Eziolisa, he was one that did it. So he used to upload this. You will see he's there now. He just sit down for studio every time. It's a lot actually. It's a lot.
He put in a whole lot of effort.
A whole lot of effort. So if you've not watched games, you are missing a lot. You are missing.
While watching you in 3D, or looking at you like this,
you are missing a lot. You are missing a lot. Moving on. There is something that, you know, I said something like games. What is games? You got this games season 1 and all. So there is something that happened in the last episode, like the suspense for us to long for episode 2. Yes, that TGR. Like, what's the meaning of TGR? Can you just, what should we expect in episode 2?
Only the person that wrote the script can tell us. Because at this point, even me, when I saw TGR, I was like,
TGR, and
what is the meaning of
what's this man's name? Mr. Adesuyi saw TGR too. Exactly. How is it connected?
My own point is, even why did Mr. Adesuyi see TGR? Is there a secret
let's say
this
guy, all these people that they've been showing, maybe they are connected or so. We might not. We never can tell.
I think it was an herbalist that sent the message, right? Yes.
He received it to that man.
The man too received it.
Yes. So let's say those people, because we've not seen them before, let's say in one way or the other, we never can tell they are connected. But Mr. Adesuyi, how? I sincerely don't know. I saw on a brother's post that he put TG means the game resolves or something like that. I'm like, I don't know. So we just. There is this thing that the people used to say, leave the audience to their own imagination. So let people build storyline for that particular thing. Exactly. So that you can just come to them and be like, this is another angle. I feel there may be a secret to Mr. Adesuyi. Maybe we know I can tell. That's why we say it's games. Exactly. The table can turn. Talking about 200 skets. Talking about that, like it means there are code names in like games. A whole lot of code names, and that's why it's games, right? That's why it's games now. That's why what's games without code name? Exactly, right? We're supposed to give it to the script writer again. What's games without code name? Oh my! So we have TGR, we have skets, we have a lot of things, and I feel like I'm always wondering, why is it that, you know, in the negative realm, why is it that they are always to the female gender, right? Why didn't they say 200 trousers, white skirts,
right? And yeah, everybody has potential. Like I said earlier, everybody has potential. Everybody has the ability to influence. But then there is something the devil gains when he attacks women. Women carry fruitfulness. Women carry productivity. So a woman can reproduce. She can put herself again in another entity. And the entity will grow up.
Preach it, Pastor.
I feel that is why, like, for all these negative like rituals and all that, they're always targeting the women. Because if you finish all the women, forget, there will be no man. But that's the truth.
Okay.
Or maybe there will be men, but there will be no boy to continue being a man.
Well. Well. But you know that guys, they have a lot that they are facing too. There is pressure. There is pressure on them more than the other gender.
We're not talking about pressure, yeah.
There is pressure. There is pressure.
We're not talking about pressure,
so, but
yeah.
God has given us the power to everybody have their own use.
Exactly. Everyone is strategic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone is strategic.
And you are unique, you are special, and
never forget that. Very
nobody
unique.
Can be like
nobody
you.
Can replace you. There's only one you in this whole world.
So thank you very much for joining us on today's episode of Movie Review. And if you have not subscribed,
remember the Lord is watching you.
If you have not subscribed, it doesn't bite. So it's just a click. Yes, you that you're watching me like this, so you have subscribe.
Just tap on it. Just welcome.
You subscribe, okay? That notification bell, just
tap on it too.
Thank you.
Like it too.
So just like it and share.
And share, yes.
Comment too.
Thank you.
Does it bite?
I'm not going to know you. No,
support this ministry.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us. We await episode 2 of Games.
Yeah,
and
season 3.
Before then, keep the fire burning
day and night.